What is up, guys? Back with another video. In this video, I'm going to be doing how to properly buy a Surron Talaria e-ride off Facebook Marketplace successfully and not get scammed or robbed. So all the Surron, I've owned about 4 Surrons. I'll throw some pictures up of them. I've owned about 4 Surrons. All of them I have gotten off Facebook Marketplace, and I've bought and sold a lot of things off Facebook Marketplace, so I'm pretty well aware with all the scams and everything and how to properly buy something, not get scammed, not get ripped off, and buy a legit bike. So let's get into it. So first, here are a couple of bikes I have. Got this one off Facebook Marketplace about a month ago. It doesn't have a battery or motor or anything, but I have the spare ones from my other build right here. So I'm gonna build this one up and Surron swap it. It's a Segway, same thing pretty much. And then here's my fully built one. This thing is completely built. I have the chai battery, it's not in it, but this one's actually for sale. So if you're interested in buying it, hit me up. I'm trying to get an Ultra B. This one's a little small for me, so I'm trying to get an Ultra B. But let's get into the video. First thing you got to know when you're trying to buy a bike is obviously what bike you want. So you want to be doing some research, search up, let's say you want a Surron Light B, search up Surron Light Bs, and then any other bikes. I actually got scammed the first time I tried to buy a bike. It was for like $1,000 and I was like, oh my gosh, this is real. I'm going to get a Surron for $1,000. I sent the money, never got the bike, and then I got scammed $1,000 after saving up for a while. So make sure if you see a bike that's super insanely low, do not buy it. It's 100% a scam. Even the ones that have like a legit price that are listed at like $3,000 or something, there's a possible chance it's a scam. Never do shipping. That's the number one thing. If anyone says, oh yeah, I'll ship it to you, never do shipping. Even if they have reviews, do not ship. And if it's like a set of wheels and they seem trusted, yeah, but with the actual Surron, never do shipping. Only go pick it up locally. So that's the number one thing. And then once you have the bike you want in mind, just do some research, do some looking up. I'm not saying don't buy from someone who has like no or little reviews, because they could be legit, but you can kind of tell when you're talking to someone, when you're texting them like questions about the bike, you can kind of see if they seem a little sketchy. If they do, 100% red flag it, go find another bike. So the next thing are the questions to ask when you want to buy a bike. So a good question to ask is, why are you selling the bike? That's a pretty important one to ask, just to kind of see. Some obviously they can lie and be like, oh, I'm just selling it because I don't want it anymore. It's just kind of a good thing just to kind of feel out why they're selling the bike. If there's any particular reasons why they're selling it, it's always good to know. The next thing are there any problems with the bike? Obviously, once again, they can lie about it, but if they're pretty honest, they'll probably tell you, hey, yeah, the bars are a little bent or something like that. So you can kind of reduce them, talk them down to the price a little bit, hopefully get, you know what I mean, some money knocked off. So some of the next things are obviously talking down with the price. This bike was listed for 38, or not this one. This one was listed for 2,200. I got it for 1,500. This one was listed for 3,200. I got it for 2,800. So it's always good to kind of talk the price down a little bit. So now I'm going to be showing how to kind of talk the price down on these bikes. So just look at the photos on the bike, see if there's any, you know what I mean, dings, any dents, any big scratches on the wheels, anything like that where you can kind of talk the price down and be like, hey, I saw this on the bike. I was wondering if you could take a cheaper deal. And then always offer to go pick the bike up. You can definitely get it for a little bit cheaper if you offer them, hey, I'll go pick up the bike. But make sure that they're obviously, before you just straight up offer to go pick the bike up, make sure that they seem kind of legit. You don't want to just go meet at a place and there's no one there with a bike. So after talking with them for like maybe like a day or something and you're like, this person seems legit, then you can start to ask them questions about where to meet. If you want to meet at a police station or whatever, I don't really care. I usually go with the homie. So I'll just go to their house. Actually, there's this video. I'll kind of throw it up, this clip.
What is this? Oh my gosh. Ladies and gentlemen, bro.
This clip of me at, when I got this bike actually. It was like 11:30 and we were in the middle of nowhere and it was so sketchy. Definitely a little sketchy. I had my homie with me and something else, so I wasn't really too scared about that. After you finish talking to them for a while, kind of knock the price down, obviously like, hey, where do you want to meet at? And then whenever you offer to go meet, probably bring a truck or something like that, or I can fit it in my car right here. If I just put the seats down, I can fit it. I just have to take the front wheel off. And then once you're at the place actually looking at the bike, once again, definitely test ride it. If they're not letting you test drive, that's a red flag. That means something's probably wrong with the bike. Offer, you can like, hey, you can hold the cash here, just so they know you're not gonna like ride off with the bike or something like that. So when you're test riding it, the main things you want to feel out for the bike is obviously how's it riding, make sure there's no shutting off or anything like that. But see how the wheels are feeling. If you feel a wheel shaking, oh my gosh, that just dropped and scared me. If you feel like a wheel shaking or something like that, that's probably something you can knock down the price even more in person. Or if it's shaking really bad, be like, hey man, this is something's up. Feel the brakes 100%. You want to make sure the brakes feel pretty good. They might use a little bit of bleeding, but if they're like totally gone, be like, dude, we got to talk the price down even more. And then just look at the bike overall, you know what I mean? Look at this, check the chain, kind of check everything out, make sure the tires aren't flat, make sure the rotors aren't completely warped, make sure the suspension's good too. You know what I mean? Just give a total look around the bike, feel everything out, make sure everything's good, you know what I mean? Make sure there's nothing loose. Just give it kind of a rundown on the bike. You don't really have to know a lot about bikes, but it obviously is better. But just kind of make sure everything's good. Look at the bike, make sure there's nothing crazy wrong with it. And then, you know what I mean? If you see any big problems with the bike, you can be like, hey, after looking at it, you know what I mean? Can we go a little bit lower, man? Just in person, there's some imperfections with it. Maybe they'll say no, maybe they'll say yes. If there's nothing wrong with it, you know what I mean? Proceed to buy the bike. But just know, this is one thing about buying on Facebook Marketplace is there's a no refund thing. So like when you're selling something private party, the buyer or the seller has no right to give you your money back. You know what I mean? There's been kids who hit me up and be like, dude, this thing's messed up. And I'm like, dude, I'm not giving your money back. Obviously, you know what I mean? If they were cool and if I was like, I didn't know that was wrong, then I'll probably give them their money back. But the buyer, the seller has no right to give your money back. So that's something to be aware of. Honestly, I got everything. This is off Facebook Marketplace. This car was off Facebook Marketplace. I love Facebook Marketplace. You just got to be really aware when you're buying things. There's a lot of scammers. I've been scammed a ton of times when buying and selling things. So just always be aware, make sure you know what you're doing. Hopefully this video helped you find out and hopefully help you get a Surron or Talaria or whatever you want.